Hello friends, welcome you all in Seva Samajik Vikas Sanstha Sadara. In today's English session, we are going to discuss how to identify the correct sentence. Now the question can be asked in a different way. See the question on the screen. Each set of the following sentences com- comprises four alternatives called as a C, D, A, B, C, D. Okay, so candidates required to select the most suitable alternatives which convey the exact meaning of meaning in accordance with the correct grammatical rule. So the sentences will be given to you and you have to identify the correct sentence or the sentence which is grammatically more appropriate. Now let's see the first example. A, B, C, D, such four types are given here. First sentence, A sentence. As the train, which was my usual, was missing, I had to travel. So the sentence is not in a proper order. Next, having missing the train, which I usually catch and had to travel. Now, having missing the train, which I usually catch. So that order is also not proper. Next, I am missing the train which I usually catch and had to travel by the next. So the meaning is I have missed the train. Which train? So here after which the part of sentence is giving information about train. So the sentence I miss the train is a main clause which I usually catch. So that is subordinate clause and this subordinate clause is giving information about train. So this is adjective clause and again conjunction is used and then next sentence is had to travel by the next. Had to travel means who is going to travel, that is subject is common here I. So the two separate sentences are there. I missed the train and this part is about the train and I had to travel by the next. And in this way these two sentences joined by conjunction and this is type of compound sentence. So till now sentence C is correct. Let's see the D sentence, fourth sentence. I missed not only the train which I usually catch but had to travel on the next. So this is also wrong. Not only but also, like that formation must be there and which is lacking here. So only option C is correct here. Option C here, option C is the correct order for the sentence. Okay, next. Second sentence. He may be poor. He may be poor now, but he appears to have been rich in his youth. So the sentence is joined by the conjunction but. He may be poor now, first part of the sentence. He he appears to have been rich in his youth. So that is second part of the sentence. And they are connected with the conjunction but. So type of compound sentence. See the next one. In A sentence, there is no error. See the B one. He may be poor now, but he appears to be rich in his youth. But he appears to be rich. So the sentence is in a simple present. Here, possibility is there. He may be poor now, but he appears to be rich in youth. So how it should be? It is not a simple present tense. C1, he may be poor now, but he appears being rich in his youth. So again, being is used here, but it is not a continuous tense. Next, he may be poor now, but he appears to reach in his youth. He appears to be rich in youth or he appears to reach in youth. Both sentences are not grammatically correct. And here, as I have told you, being is used, but sentence is not in a continuous tense. And that's why this is also wrong. So only A option is correct. He may be poor now, but he appears to have been rich. So for some period in his youth, he appears to have been rich. So that is correct sentence. So second, so means in second question, only A option is correct. Next one. By June next year, Ajay will be 20 years working in the office. By June next year, Ajay will be 20 years working in the office. So sentence has the meaning, but order is not correct. See the second one. Till June next year. Till June next year. Why till is used here? We have to give perfect time. For that purpose, we are using this till. Till June next year, Ajay will work in office for 20 years. Now his action is continued till we deliver the sentence. So what tense must be used here? It should be means in the next we are talking about the next year. So sentence must be present perfect continuous tense. But here only future tense is used. Simple future tense is given here. Ajay will work, or here till June next year Ajay will work in office for 20 years. Now the while delivering the sentence or that work or the task done by the subject is continued. So the sentence must be in a future continuous perfect tense. And that you are able to observe in a fourth option. By June next year, Ajay will have been working in office for 20 years. Means till that day, his service is continue. And that's why he will have been working. Work plus ing and will have been is used here. So option D is correct here. Next, he went to the wholesale market and bought the cheap ration. He went to the wholesale market and bought the cheap ration. He went to the wholesale market and bought the rations cheap. So wrong it is. Cheap is the adjective given to the ration. And in this sentence, adjective comes before the noun, so that is correct. But not in B. C. He went to the wholesale market and bought ration cheaply. Cheaply is the adverb. So there is no need to use adverb. For noun, adjective form must be used. So that is also wrong. He went to the wholesale market and cheaply bought ration. So cheaply is used regarding the action of buying. But actually it is adjective of the noun ration. And that's why B, C, D. All these three options are wrong. Only A option is correct. That is he went to the wholesale market and bought the cheap ration. Next example. I went to yesterday. I went yesterday to the bank to collect the passbook. I went to the bank yesterday to collect the passbook. Yesterday to collect the passbook, I went to the bank. And to collect the passbook yesterday, I went to the bank. So in A, C or D, the way sentence is formed, that order is not correct. Only we can use such kind of order while bringing rhythm or rhyme scheme in the poem, or sometimes to make sentence more impactful. But usually when we deliver this sentence as a declarative sentence, this order is correct. B says formation. I went to the bank. So when the action took place, So yesterday. And why it is to taken place to collect the passbook. So option B is the correct formation of the word in the given order. Next, question number 6. The principal appointed him as a peon in the college. Second, the principal appointed him a peon in the college. Third, as a peon, the principal appointed him in the college. And fourth, the principal as a peon appointed him in the college. When you are saying the principal as a peon appointed him, means you are using that as a peon for principal, and that is definitely wrong. Not going with the meaning of the sentence. As a peon, the principal appointed. This is also formation wrong. And in A, the principal appointed him as a peon. So already what appointment is given to him? Peon. So there is no need to use this conjunction as. And that is the error in this sentence. So option B is correct. The principal appointed him a peon in the college. That is the designation or the place or the um, job given to the person. Next, seventh question. A team is confident to win the match. The team is confident of winning the match. The team is confident of win the match. The team is confident for winning the match. So when we are having confident of something, so of winning the match is correct here. Option B is only correct here. And these A, C, D are not grammatically correct. Next, eighth question. He is one of the best policemen who has ever living. Next, he is one of the best policemen who have ever lived. Next, he is one of the best policemen that have ever lived. Next, he is one of the best policemen that has ever lived. Now remember friends, when we are talking about that person, okay, and conjunction who or that is used when as a conjunction of the sentence, as the sentence is a complex sentence. So he is one of the best policemen is the main clause of the sentence. Now policeman or policeman, so when we are saying or using the phrase one of the, so after that whatever noun will be there, it must be in plural sense. So option B and D is not correct because policeman is used. Option A, B, C. Sorry, A, B and D. All these three options are incorrect because police man is used. When we are using the phrase one of the. So what is necessary to use? We have to use after the name means the word or the noun will come after this. It must be in the plural sense and only in C option it is used policeman. So option C is correct here. Next. My sister is the poet and philosopher. Now see the about sister, these two adjectives are used, poet and philosopher. My sister is poet and the philosopher. My sister is a poet and a philosopher. My sister is a poet and philosopher. Now friends, when we have used here two adjective for one noun, my sister is the one noun. And for this noun, two adjectives are used, poet and philosopher. So the article must be used only with the first adjective, whatever it is. So a poet and philosopher, option D is correct. Next, Meena seldom or ever refuses an invitation. Meena seldom or ever refuses an invitation. Second, Meena seldom or always refuses an invitation. Third, Meena seldom or never refuses an invitation. Fourth one, Meena seldom, if never, refuses an invitation. So here D option is not even considerable if never refuses is used. So it doesn't have any proper meaning. Now in this ABC, three options. What you are able to observe here, seldom. Seldom means it shows that the frequency is very low and near about never. So when we have used here or, the next adjective should be according to this seldom. So ever or always, they are positive one. So it will not go with seldom. Only C option, seldom or never. So that is correct. Meena seldom or never refuses an invitation. Means she always ready to accept the invitation. And she is never refuses an invitation. That is the meaning of the sentence. So option C is correct here. Next, there is no meaning in what you say. There is no meaning in that you say. There is no meaning as to what you say. And there is no meaning what is that what you say. That you say means all these B, C, and D. Here, construction of the sentence is not correct. There is no meaning. So, in. So, in what? That answer we must get after this. So in, as, that conjunction is that is as and that conjunction is used. Here in is a use and again that you say. So what you say must be there. And that's why only option A is correct here. Next one. I hope you will excuse my leaving early. Next. I hope you will excuse me leaving early. Next, I hope you will excuse mine leaving early. And fourth, I hope you will excuse leaving early. Now in D option, who is leaving early? That is not given. So meaning is not clear here. In C option, I hope you will excuse mine leaving. Mine, why objective form is used. Then, I hope you will excuse me is used. Excuse me. So that meaning is different. So leaving early is about whom. That answer we must get, and that's the option A is correct. So leaving about my. So excuse. I hope you will excuse. And what is going to excuse? My leaving early. And that's why only A option is grammatically correct here. Next 13 question. I am readily to say that at her face. Sorry. I am readily to say this at his face. Next, I am ready to say this on her face. Next, I am ready to say this in her face. And fourth, I am ready to say this to her face. So at her place, at, on, in, when we are using this preposition to have that particular point or the place, isn't it? So option D, I am ready to say this and where to her place. So that is the clear meaning in this sentence. Next one. As one of his arm, as one of his arms was amputated on account of an accident, company will compensate the loss to him. As one of his arms are amputated on account of an accident, the company will compensate him for the loss. As one of his arms was amputated on account of an accident, the company will compensate him in the loss. and as one of his arm was amputated on account of an accident, company will compensate his loss. So we are talking about that concerned company. So company is definite noun here, and that's why definite article must be used before the word company. But in option A and D, it is not used. So we have to consider only two options, B and C. Now let's see here. Comma is used after this first part of the sentence. As one of his arm was amputated on account of an accident. That is subordinate clause. So what is the main clause? The company will compensate. Now what company will compensate? To him, he company will compensate for the loss or in the loss. So company will compensate for the loss, whatever loss he caused due to that accident. So option B is correct here. Next. Now I have cancelled my meeting, though I was to go there. Next. Now I have cancelled my meeting, though I have to go there. Now how to go is told, and again I have cancelled also told. So the meaning is not going together. Next, now I have cancelled my meeting, though I am to go there. I am to go there. Sentence is totally wrong. I was to go there. That is also having no meaning. Fourth one. Now I have cancelled my meeting, though I was to have gone there. Means he have to be there, but now he cancelled the meeting. So option D is correct here. Next, she insisted on me to stay there. She insisted on me staying there. She insisted on my staying there, and she insisted in my staying there. So she insisted on what? So there is no need to consider option D, as insisted in is used. In first three option, insisted on is used. But insisted on me or insisted on my staying. So she insisted on my staying there. That's why option C is more clear in its meaning. Next, you can meet my father only when he goes to prison. You can meet father only when he goes into prison. You can meet my father only when he goes in prison. He goes in prison. And the fourth one, you can meet my father only when he goes to the prison. So when you can meet my father, and that subordinate clause is when he goes to prison, into prison, in prison, or to the prison, as he is knowing where his father is going to put into the prison. So the prison is not a general, it's a definite place, and that's why we need to use here definite article. But in option A, it is not used. Into prison, in prison is not correct in this regard. So to the prison means option D is correct here. So friends, what you have understood, when the options will be given to you, you first try to understand what the actual meaning you want to deliver through that sentence, and accordingly grammatical correct sentence you need to use. And for that purpose, you need to use the knowledge about the clauses, about the types of sentence, about the apostrophe, or about the rule of using coordinations and these prepositions. So that's all for the day. Thank you for being with me. Have a good day to everyone.